transmission's out. I'm gonna get ready to start pulling this engine out, and then I could get to working on things like swapping out my fuel pumps, get this brake booster out of here, put it in the manual pedal assembly, things like that. Having the homie Parker come over tomorrow, and he's gonna do my front strut tower reinforcements and subframe reinforcements and trailing arm reinforcements, and I think I have some other things too. So I just got to get this thing all taken apart so he could go ahead and get started on all that fab work. Alright, let's go back over here. See what Parker's cooking up, dude. Weld cam.
Weld cam. Not bad. It'll hold. Not the prettiest looking thing in the world, but it'll get the job done. Gotta do the plug welds and then move on to the next side.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Alright, now that I got the front suspension out, I gotta get the brake booster out of here, the ABS unit. Oh yeah, I gotta get all this out of here too. Probably gonna work on that. Alright, so here's where I'm at with it. I got all that insulation stuff out of here, got the brake booster out of here, the ABS unit, all the stuff we're getting rid of, and getting this engine bay as gutted as possible with all these random brackets and stuff that I don't need anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and hand sand all that down, and then I'm gonna get rid of all the seam sealer here, and I'm gonna have Parker stitch weld all along here, all the way back here, just kind of stiffen up the strut towers and everything. He's also gonna weld in those top reinforcement plates. So yeah, that will reinforce the top part, of the strut tower, and then also keep it from flexing with this plate right here. So that'll be good. And once he's done welding in those, we could go ahead and get the engine bay all painted. I don't think I've mentioned the color scheme yet that I'm going with on this car, but I guess I'll just keep that a secret and you'll have to see. But I'm excited for it. It's going to be dope. Ready for the brake booster delete with all this stuff out of here. Got all the hard lines for the front out of here. So the only hard lines left in the engine bay are these two that are going to the rear calipers. So that frees up a bunch of clutter. Will be my first shaved engine bay, first painted bay. First time also kind of getting a chassis super solid and reinforced before I even take it on the track. Got the reinforcement plates for the subframe all welded in. He's got a little bit of grinding to finish up. He says he's not done with them, so keep that in mind. But these plates from Part Shop Max are super cool because you can see right there, it kind of boxes in these mounting points to where it's not just a flat plate. And then over here, when I was breaking all the bolts loose for the trailing arm, this nutsert, whatever you want to call it, just broke out. So he's gonna need to repair that too. And then I also have the reinforcement plates for the trailing arm pockets. So once he repairs that, he can go ahead and get those plates fitted up and welded in there. And then that'll do it for the rear end. And then all that will be left is the front strut towers. And then after that, it's cage time whenever that shows up. But it's okay that I'm waiting on it because it gives me time to go ahead and get all this interior taken out, which is going to be lovely. I'm really looking forward to that. Love messing with interior. Love pulling these dashes. They're really fun. But yeah, it'll be all good. That's pretty much all that's left to take apart on this car is just the interior. And then once the cage gets welded in, we could go ahead and start fitting all the interior pieces back in. And then I'm just gonna cut the interior to fit around the cage and everything. Because, yeah, full interior and full cage. So that's going to do it for this weekend and this episode. Stay tuned. Next week, we'll be doing the interior stuff and getting the rest of this engine bay all shaved and pulling that heater core.